What's up? I'm Brandy with the Rouge Collection, and today I have Reverend AJ Johnson with the Baton Rouge AIDS Society. And he's going to let us know a little bit about AIDS, HIV, the preventions, and the stats as well. So could you please just let us know what's the difference from AIDS and HIV?
Well, that's a good question, because when you talk about AIDS, everybody hear AIDS, AIDS, AIDS. You can't get AIDS. You can't transmit AIDS. You can't die of AIDS, because AIDS is not what you have. Everybody think AIDS because that's the first name. Well, it's not the first name. Actually, it's the second name. The first name was gay-related immunodeficiency. So then when they called it AIDS, it stuck. Kind of like the NAACP. Even today we call it the NAACP, but we know we wouldn't walk around calling each other colored people. You see what I'm saying? So AIDS has stuck the same way because people know AIDS. But once we found out it was a virus, it's HIV, the human immunodeficiency virus. And what happens is that when you get the virus, at any time you can move to what's called an AIDS diagnosis. That means you're at the last stage. It's not like high school where you will gradually move from freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior, and each one is about a year. It's not like that. You can move from the first level of HIV, and then next year you can be at an AIDS diagnosis.
Wow.
You can be at the first level of HIV, and then 7 years from now, 25 years from now, be at an AIDS diagnosis. So it depends on each person. The problem in our community is people think that if they get HIV, I'm going to take the medication and I'm going to live like Magic John. No, you're not. It depends on each person. Your day might be next week.
Does it depend on your immune system?
Definitely, definitely. So, like, for example, saying that if you have a young person, their immune system is stronger just because of their health conditions. If you have an older person, then their immune system is already compromised because of other health conditions. And if they get HIV, which the age over 55 is a rapid growing population, you can still get HIV when you get older.
So what I want to know is, because we don't want either, so how do we prevent from getting both?
People say, well, Baton Rouge is #1 in the country. What's the problem? The problem is we're not doing enough about it. As a community, we're not doing. How can we prevent Baton Rouge from being #1? We were #2. Then the next year after that, we were #2. Then the next year after that, we were #1. And now the latest stats say we're still #1. So for the past 4 years, we've been #1 and #2.
Right.
That's a problem.
It is a problem.
But you don't see it as a problem. See, the community doesn't see it as a problem. We're not talking about it enough. We should have every week on the news, every newspaper article, the bus stations, billboards. We should have signs everywhere saying we're #1 in the country. Protect yourself. One of the things we can do is, like we said, keep it real. If you're going to have sex, use a condom.
Straight up.
Uganda say A, as simple as A, B, and C. A is abstinence. You don't have to have sex.
But they have to in this day and age.
There's a difference between being sexual and having sex. There are a lot of things you can do and not get infected. But, people look at the gay population. Well, it's like they call it gay-related immunodeficiency. People don't even understand that a lot of gay people don't even have sex. Just because you're gay don't mean you have an anal sex. It just means that you love this person of the same sex. And they have more gay communities in Baton Rouge that have a regulation that if you're going to be in this community, you have to be tested. We need more people that in social networks are saying, as far as me and my friends, we're going to be tested. So if you're not going to be abstinent, use condoms. And that's their C. Their B is be faithful. Keep one partner. So, the time of running around just having fun, picking up somebody at a club, picking up somebody next week at a club, the day's over with.